Good morning. Last class we discussed about test object methods. Test object methods were discussed. Like activate is the method to activate specified window during runtime. Then close. To close a window or a browser, we can go for the close. Click is the method to perform the click operation on a push button. So link, image link, we can go for the click. Then select, capture bitmap, set a type, exist method, get items count, get item, get content, get visible text. Then get RO property also we discussed. Get RO property. What is the use of get RO property? To get the runtime object property value, we can go for the get RO property, specified property value if you want to read. The next we have the method called GetTOProperty. Don't take this. Don't take. I will give the notes now. Next one, get GetTOProperty. What is TO stands for here? Test object. TO stands for test object. Using this method, we can read specified property value of a test object from the object repository. The difference here, get RO property means runtime object. RO stands for runtime object. If we want to read the specified property value of the runtime object, we can go for get RO property. Now suppose I am going to add this vocab button information to the object repository. If I added this vocab button information object repository, how many description property values are there for this vocab button? So generally it is going to collect the two property values. Here if I go for native class button, why only button is there? Because the previous we customized using object identification which property values it has to collect. So I am going to get the default configuration here. Now if you see my here, if I add this vocab button information object repository, by default QTP collect this only two property values, text, native class. Now this values you want to read from your object repository, we can use GetTOProperty method. That is the purpose. GetTOProperty method. Using this method, we can read specified property value of a test object from the object repository. Syntax is variable equal to object class of object name dot get property of property name. Okay. Now OK button text this value I want to read. How we can write the script here? So x equal to window dialog of sub window, it is dialog of login dot. So OK button property value wanted win button of OK dot get property. Now property name. Which property value do you want to read? Text. Message box of X. If I run here, it will read that OK but property value displaying for us. Now suppose after this I want to write the script here, dialog of login dot win button of OK dot click. I go. After read the text property value, I want to click on OK button. If I run my script here, will it going to click on OK button to see it displayed perform operation. Now here I may change the value here like this. For this OK button, text property value of OK, I may given sign in. If I run, this statement will going to execute or not? Yes or no? If I run here, whatever value is that value displayed for us. But when I click on OK here, it is not perform operation that OK button. Because these property values are not matching any one of the object in your application. Okay. So in that case, how we can do that? So temporary I want to change this property value. During runtime, I want to change temporary. For that, we have the method called like this. Dialog of login dot a win button of OK dot set property. Which property value do you want to change? Text property value. Which value do you want to give? Okay. Now here, if I run, you observe my here. Is it going to perform the operation or not? Sign in, perform operation or not? That means when I use the SetTOProperty property, during runtime, temporary it will consider as a text as OK, not permanent modification. Generally, when you are going to work with the shared repository files, shared repository file test objects here, read-only mode. Only particular script execution time you want to change the values. Then we have to go for the SetTOProperty method. Temporary you want to change. You can go for SetTOProperty. That is the SetTOProperty. Using this method, during runtime, we can modify test object property values temporary, not permanent. Only execution going to take like that. Then there is another method called GetTOProperties. Previously GetTOProperty. Now it is TOProperties. Now if you observe here, it is GetTOProperty. Properties. How we can go for that? Now, in this object repository, I will delete the OK button also. For login window, how many property values are there? 4 are there. I want to know that how many properties are there. I want to read the property name and value. How we can go for that? Dialog of login dot get properties of. So where it has to return the values. Not one value. One value means I can take the variable x equal to like this. But properties means property name as well as value. Like array it going to take the values. But here we have to take this one as an object. Set x equal to dialog of login dot get your properties. The object. Object will have the some methods to perform. Now I want to go for message box or print of x dot size. So how many values are there? Set class size we are going to use. Here dialog login dot get your properties. How many values are there? It has to be. Now usually the values are going to be stored like this. We go for MS Paint window. Like this values are going to. Here it is name, property name it is. Here it is value. Now you have to go for the index wise here. So 0, 1, 2. So what are the values? How many values are there? Like this. It is going to be a text. Property name as text here. Value is log. Like that, all the values are going to be stored. What is this here? It is x is the object. In the x object, like this values are going to be stored. Now I want to read one by one value. I can use for loop. For I equal to 0 to x dot size minus 1 we have to use. Then print x of I dot name ampersand. In between I want to maintain the 4 character space of 4. So x of I dot value. Now see that one more bracket is required. Yeah, x of y. X dot size is not supported showing that. Instead of size we have to go for count. Count minus. So how many values are there? So what are the property name, property value, property name value like this. So I got confusion because Java parallel we discussed it previously. Morning in Java, set method, size we are going to use, list we are going to use size there in Java. Like this. If you want to find, there is no big use of this one, but there is a possibility. You can want to find how many properties are there to identify the runtime object in your object repository. So that we can go for the with help of this one. Next thing, child objects. What is the use of the child objects? Using this method, we can perform operations on specified child object in a parent object. Specified child object in a parent object. What is the syntax here? Set object equal to object class of object name dot child objects of description object. That means I want to find how many push buttons are there in this login window. How many push buttons are there in this login window? You can go for this child object method. So we discussed about the descriptive programming. What other methods are there? Static and dynamic. So when I go for dynamic descriptive program, we are going to use description class object. Set a equal to description dot create of a property value you have to assign. Now I want to work on a push button. So class to specify class name dot value equal to so win button. Now set b equal to dialog of login dot so child objects. So how many objects have the description class name as win button? It I want to find. Now if I go for the print b dot count, if I run my script, what is saying my here? Object is not found in the object repository. Why? In the script I written dialog of login. So now only one object purpose. I am not interested to work on shared repository file. I am not interested to work on the local object repository. Now what I can do here, just you can give the description property value text as login. Now this is easy. They are working with shared repository file. Now if I run it, see how many objects are there. Now I want to read the each object property value. How we can go for that? For I equal to 0 to so b dot count -1, then print so b of I dot get RO property of text. Thank you. If I run my script, I got the values here. How many objects are there? So each object names I got here like this. Same way, if I go for this flight reservation window, I want to find how many edit boxes are there. What I need to do my here? Set a equal to description dot create a dot class name dot value. Edit box means what I should say here. When edit we have to say. Okay. Set b. It is not dialog, no, it is window. What is the name of the window here? Text property value flight reservation. Now attach text we have to say. Edit box means. If I run here, it is showing there how many edit boxes are there. So 9 each object name. Is it easy or writing the each object individually is going to be easy? This is easy, similar type of objects to perform. Now I want to get the value of the edit box also. So I will go for x equal to like this. Same way, if I go for y equal to which value is in the edit box, that value I want to read. Now print x ampersand space. How many character space you want to maintain between the strings? Ampersand y. Now if I run it is, see how many edit box are there? The flight reservation window. So each object name, there is no values in the name edit box, no value displayed here. Remaining objects have some value, the values you got here. Okay, like this. In the edit box there is no value. That's why it's not given. Okay. Now same way here, I want to find how many links are there in this Mercury Web Tools homepage application. Homepage, how many links are there I want to find. And I want to get the each link name, how we can go for this. Now see my same script here, what I can do, set AI code description or create. So web-based applications, instead of using the class name, we have to use the MIC class, Microsoft Integer Constant class, value dot. So link means what is the class? A link we have to use. Okay. Now set B instead of window here. What is the parent objects? Browser of browser name dot page of page name. Now generally page means browser means name. So page means title we are going to use. Browser means name is welcome Mercury Tools. Welcome Mercury Tools. Title also same value is there. Okay. Now b dot print b dot count. Okay. This may not required. Print of X. So link name I want to get, we have to use the not attached text. Inner text you have to use. You run it. How many links are there showing that? 6 links are there. Okay. 6 links are there. Now my intention here, register here is the link it has to click. Okay, how we can go for that? Now we can say like this. If x value equal to register here. When you don't know what are the names are there, so in directly instead of writing, you can go for like this, register here. If it is matching, then b of I dot, you can say, then exit for. So other links no need to compare again. Okay. Like this. Perform operation or not. Okay. So this is the way. We don't know exactly, so element is available or not. You can read the values, you can compare, match it, click on that object. Like this you can go for the child object method. Now here, it will print all the links names. If I go for the print here, print of X, all the links names go to print. In this page also, home page. If I run, I'm going to print all the links. Now what I want to do here, I want to make the script generic. That means I want to say that any title dot star. That means any title of the web page. So here, instead of name, I want to say like this. Creation time as 0. Means opened browser. Creation time as 0 means any open browser. So now here, what is the page is there here? Mercury Tools. If I run, it will give the output for us. Now, if I click on register page, in this page also it going to execute. Only one link is there in that. or suppose home page. Everything is changed here. If I run it is, how many links are there here? This is the only one link is there. So this is the script now. I can able to execute on any web page to find a number of links availability. To find number of links availability. This is what the generic script are going to call. Descriptive program, first one. I said that. We can prefer descriptive program to create the generic script or generic functions to perform the operation of similar type of objects or similar type of applications. We can go for this type of descriptive programming concept. Okay. That is about the test object methods which we have.